Very much alive. Let me review for you where we are at 6 a.m. on Thursday morning and where we'll be at 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I think where we'll be at noon on Thursday because I don't think we'll get many vote dumps from anywhere. Arizona is at a Joe Biden lead of 68,000 and change, but we believe there are about 275,000 votes coming out, and they've been coming in at the rate that Donald Trump needed, as Doug Ducey, the governor of Arizona, said they would, to overtake. Arizona could flip red. Nevada is a negative 7,600 for President Trump. Joe Biden is ahead by 7,600. They didn't do any counting from mid-afternoon on yesterday. And in the meantime, Adam Laxalt, the former Attorney General of Nevada, has taken over the president's legal effort there. He's going to be aided by none other than Ambassador Rick Grinnell and our friend Kurt Schlichter driving over from California, lawyers and money coming in. In Georgia, the president hangs on to a 23,000 vote margin with about 200,000 outstanding. In Pennsylvania's margin's 153,000. Now, 89% of Pittsburgh is in, but 98% of Philadelphia is in. And we look at some of those red counties like Erie and Crawford, and the president's only got 70, or the vote is only at 72 and 83% in. So that one, I'm feeling better about Pennsylvania than I am about Georgia, actually. North Carolina, where the president's got a 77,000 vote lead, I feel pretty good about. In Georgia, there are two Senate races. Right now, the breakdown of the Senate is 48 Democrats and 50 Republican senators have been elected. There are two that are outstanding. They're both in Georgia. David Perdue, the incumbent, is up by 50.07%. That means no runoff he wins going away. And that would be the 51st senator. Kelly Loeffler, I think it's Loeffler. Am I saying it right, Dwayne? I stayed out of the race because there was a primary between Senator Loeffler, and Doug Collins. And I know Doug, so I just didn't get involved. But Senator Loeffler won, and therefore I'm urging people to get involved in her campaign. If you're sitting around the house and you're frustrated and you don't know what to do, if you're following me on Twitter, you can go and follow her so that you can stay completely up to date with what's going on in the race. Her Twitter handle is pretty easy. It's K Loeffler, Loeffler. Loeffler. I was hoping Tom Cotton today, or Jim Talent. Yeah, Tom Cotton will be on today. He'll tell us how to pronounce the name and what's going on down there. And you can go to our website, which is kellyforsenate.com. 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 Get involved. Don't sit there saying, oh, what am I going to do? Refreshing Decision Desk HQ every 5 minutes. Get involved with Cal. That's going to be a race in January. We're going to need that race for the 52nd vote or the 51st vote or whatever it is. We're going to win that race. Georgia's going to have so many Republicans fired up. Every Republican in Georgia. You know, I got this huge rated show. You're going to hear me. You're going to get sick of hearing about Loeffler, and I'll eventually pronounce it right. I think it's left, like as in left-handed, Loeffler. I hope I'm right about that. You're going to hear her name so much, you're going to think this is the Kelly Loeffler show, because I have got a great affiliate down there, and the second or the highest rated drive time show in Atlanta. I'm on in Macon and Columbus. I mean, I'm all over the state, and I'm going to be all over the state for Kelly because that is the seat that we need to win. And yes, your $10, your $50, your $100 helps. The Georgia Republican Party needs your help. We need to have people register to vote for that. I believe they'll be allowed to, but whatever it is, we need you involved personally to make calls to be a volunteer. And if David Perdue's in a runoff, it's two races on January the 4th, I think. Great time to have an election, right? They got a big Christmas holiday. Everybody gets to walk the streets in Georgia. Glenn, I'm talking to you. We'll have a victory party at the varsity afterwards. All right? Everybody's going to show up at the varsity afterwards when the Senate is secure. I think the Senate is secure. I believe Georgia is fundamentally Republican, and that's, it got a little bit of attention from the party in the sprint here, but not a lot. Now, I was on MSNBC, not MSNBC, I was on NBC last night with Savannah Guthrie, Lester Holt, Chuck Todd, and Casey Hunt. They were anchoring from 30 Rock. And I'm inside the Beltway, and they came to me because they're telling, why is the president fighting so much? There were many, Claire McCaskill was on saying, it was so self-contradictory. I feel really good about Arizona, but I also feel real good about Pennsylvania. I think Joe Biden's going to win both places. I thought to myself, honest to goodness, be honest, all right? Just, you don't know any more than I know. So I got on NBC, and here is what I told them. Here's what I want you to hear. Cut number 7.
Yeah. Let's go to NBC News contributors Maria Teresa Kumar. She's the president and CEO of Voto Latino, and Hugh Hewitt, host of the Hugh Hewitt Show on the Salem Radio Network and a supporter of President Trump. Hugh, you got your ear to the ground or on your cell phone. Got a little good news in Arizona today for the president. Nevada still hanging out there, a narrow margin. But in Pennsylvania, the word on the street seems to be from both Democrats and Republicans that it's looking like a tougher climb for the president. What are you hearing?
Well, let me start micro, Savannah. There are 346 votes left in Maricopa County. I just got a text from the Republican war room there. We have great confidence in Governor Ducey and Attorney General Brnovich there. Adam Laxalt, the former Attorney General of Nevada, is leading the recount there. But Arizona is actually the closest state to tipping into the Trump column. The least close state to tipping into the Trump column is Nevada. Pennsylvania, unlike what Senator McCaskill said yesterday, my Pennsylvania sources are very confident, but they realize that an Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, who's a Democrat, they've got a very, very good team of Democrats on that side. The context, though, which I think I want to make sure everyone hears, this isn't about Donald Trump. The Republican Party has to fight. They have to fight in Arizona. They have to fight in Nevada. They have to fight in Georgia, where they have to charge up for, as you've noted, 2 runoff races, which they're very confident about, which would leave the Senate 52-48. So they have to show their supporters, not just their contributors, but their voters, that they are not a party that gets walked over. They have to be at least as aggressive as Joe Biden would be, where he reversed with the president right now. They have to be at least as aggressive as Al Gore was. And in fact, they've learned from the 2000 experience. Al Gore tried to cherry pick recounting, and he lost. He should have recounted the entire state. Instead, I think it was 6 counties he tried to recount. So they are going to fight on the beaches. They are going to fight on the mountains. They're going to fight everywhere. And it's not because of Donald Trump. It's because they feel that leading up to the election, every single poll was biased against them. I'm so glad NBC did not make any improvident calls last night, because they're mad at other networks that called too early or called too late. They're just generally in a combative mood, and it's not the president. You go down to the precinct holders. We had a great night in the House. We had a very good night in the Senate. Had a good night with picking up one governor and the state legislators, and they just want to be combative. And it begins in Maricopa County.
Maria. That's the bottom line. This is not a party of pushovers anymore. I am a proud Republican and have been my whole life. And I have never hid that. You see people on TV pretending to be analysts and they're actually lefties. Not me. I'm a center-right guy. I was a Jerry Ford Republican. I'm a Rob Portman Republican. I love Democrats. I got great Democratic friends. There's no doubt about it that Chris Coons is one of the best men I know in Delaware. He'll probably be Joe Biden's Secretary of State if Joe Biden pulls this off. But Republicans are tired of being pushovers, and Donald Trump taught them how to fight, and New York style, Queen style. And they're not going to walk away because a bunch of talking heads, including me, tell them to walk away. They're going to fight. And they're going to fight on the beaches. They're going to fight on the hills. They're going to fight in the streets. They're going to fight with bloody, broken beer bottles, because that's all we bloody have, is what Churchill muttered under his breath after that famed speech. If I had a producer, I could play you that speech. What do you do? What do you do? You go to kellyforsenate.com. I don't know if David Perdue is going to have a runoff. If he does, I'll make sure that you know the PurdueSenate.com as well. But go to kellyforsenate.com, because she definitely, and she'll win that. She's up against Reverend Warnock, and he got 30% of the vote. And the 2 Republicans, Collins and Loeffler, got 55% of the vote. They're going to win the Georgia Senate races, but not without help. They're going to need a lot of help from all of you. By the way, I want to tell you about what you should be doing for your own good right now, which is Birch Gold. You should be going to hughgold.com and texting my name, Hugh, to 474747. Why? Because it's a wild time.